Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So last Monday, I saw this movie called The Father at the movie theater with my mom, and it starred Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman. And I gotta say, this is the best movie I've seen this year, and it's definitely win the Oscar. So it's about an elderly man played by Anthony Hopkins who has dementia, and I like it because we get to see it from inside of his mind, and we also get to see how his daughter deals with it. But most of it's from his perspective, which is good. Like I came into this movie expecting it to be from her perspective. I don't know why. I just kind of assumed it would be like that, but I like how it's from his perspective because it makes things a lot more confusing and doesn't make any sense. But that's why, because he has dementia. So of course it's going to be confusing and doesn't make any sense. So Olivia Colman has to get him like a bunch of caretakers because he can't take care of him anymore. And he always finds some problems with each of them. He thinks they're stealing his watch and stuff, but really it's just him losing his watch. And I think losing the caretaker thing, like the whole slew of them, that was actually done very well because my grandma had dementia. So I thought this movie did a very good job at portraying it and handling the whole like caretaker thing, then living with them, then moving into a nursing home. They got all those steps down perfectly. And Anthony is just really confused because every time we see his daughter, she's like she pretty much has a different life. Like there's one version where she's divorced, she's been divorced for years. There's another version where she's married to this one guy with black hair, but then there's another version where she's married to Mark Gaddis from Sherlock. And like the whole movie you're wondering like, okay, which version is the real version? Because it makes a lot of sense that he'd forget important details like that. And he also forgot that his other daughter died. And that is so tragic. He forgot his other daughter died in a car accident. And I like how both his daughter and one of the caretakers was played by the same actress because you could tell because he says, "Oh, you remind me so much of my daughter," and like at first you're like, "Oh, okay, is he not dead? Is he just living in another state or something?" But no, no, she's dead, and I kind of had a feeling, but I like how they left that ambiguous until towards the end of the movie, and he just like he's just losing his grip on reality, you know. I we find out towards the end of the movie that Mark Gaddis' character is actually a nurse at the hospital, which makes me think that okay, earlier in the movie, Mark Gaddis slapped Anthony in the face a couple times, so was that the nurse slapping him in the face, and that was like elder abuse or something? Or is that just how Anthony Hopkins saw Olivia Colman's husband? It just doesn't really make any sense, which is good because, like I said, he has dementia. And there's also a point in the movie where Anne, she's not even played by Olivia Colman. She's played by some other lady, and Anthony Hopkins doesn't notice. And I actually didn't pick up on this until my mom pointed that out. That that's not Olivia Colman. That's some other lady. And we find out at the end of the movie that that's his nurse at the nursing home. And it's just a very like it's just a really sad movie, basically. Over the course of the film, it's revealed that Anthony's been really living with Anne and her husband's flat for years, but he thinks it's his flat. And the movie often takes place in different points in time. It's a really non-linear movie. It's like Tenet, except better. And he has like recurring flashbacks of Anne bringing home chicken, and she's always wearing the same suit. That's how you know it takes place in the same night. And her and her husband have this argument over like Anthony and how he deals with the caretakers and how he kind of ruins their life and stuff. And I think her husband was being an asshole here because it's not it's not his fault, you know. It's really sad. And yeah, like Paul switches between the two actors too. like the nose, and he just slaps him over and over again, and it makes him cry, and that was so sad. Like I really hate seeing old people cry. I don't know if that's a thing other people do, but I just hate seeing old people cry. And he wakes up in his room. He has this dream where he sees his daughter dying in a car accident, and it's just really freaky. And he wakes up again, and he's now in a completely different bedroom, and he opens it, and he's actually in a nursing home. And it turns out that the reality where Anne moved to Paris with her husband, that was the truth. That's what really happened, as opposed to all those other versions he thought were real. And it's just a he has this like breakdown about it because he's so confused about his life, and it's so goddamn depressing. And he just starts crying because he can't remember his own name, and he talks about how much he misses his mother, and he gets really vulnerable. And this actually brought me to tears. I usually don't cry during movies that much, but this one, probably because of my experiences with my grandma and her dementia, just really got to me, and my mom too. Um, his his breakdown was just so sad because I just really hate seeing old people cry. And he says he feels like he's losing his leaves, like different parts of him are missing, they're gone. And his nurse comforts him and says, it's okay. You take your pill and we'll go for a walk." But of course, that's not gonna happen because he has like dozens of patients. He can't take him for a walk by himself. It's like he doesn't have time to do that. It's just so sad. Like, man, Anthony Hopkins really nailed this. He his portrayal like was so accurate to someone with dementia. You could tell by the look in his eyes. Like when you look at somebody with dementia and you look in their eyes, you could tell that they're not all there. And he had that distant look in his eyes. He did that so well. And man, it's just I've seen him in quite a few things. I've seen him in Westworld and Elephant Man, but nothing compares to this in terms of acting ability. Like, man, oh my God, it's just you feel really bad for him in a situation, and at this point, I feel like he'd be better off dead because he wouldn't have to suffer so much anymore, and he wouldn't be so confused and void and everything. And yeah, I don't know. Usually, I try to keep a light, positive mood while discussing things on my channel, but this one, I didn't really feel like that was right. Um, yeah, so that's the end of the video. He should definitely win the Oscar. The movie should win the Oscar. Um, Even Olivia Colman should win the Oscar. She was very good. You could tell that she was sad, but she tried not to let it bother her while she was in his presence. She tried to play it off like, oh, it's no big deal. But in her mind, she knew like he's drifting away. So I'm gonna give this movie a B. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of it. I thought it was really good. Very sad, you know. Maybe if you're a little emotional, maybe don't watch the movie. Maybe if you've recently dealt with people with dementia, probably wait a little bit before you watch the movie, because it might trigger you. Um, so yeah, that's basically it. I hope everybody out there has a nice day and stay safe and peace.